If you walk into a grocery store, a pharmacy, or even a local pet shop today, you're going to see shelves lined with CBD creams, oils, and tinctures. Cannabis products are everywhere. Public opinion is split. Some view the plant as a medical miracle for almost every known ailment, while others see it as a primary hazard to the stability of society. But the reality on the ground is that millions of Americans are already using these products. They are self-medicating for severe chronic conditions like epilepsy, debilitating pain, and PTSD. Because these products have reached the market so much faster than the science, we are currently living through a public health experiment on a scale we've never actually researched. Understanding this plant requires us to set aside preconceived notions and examine the data on how these chemicals interact with our biology. In the 1960s, Israeli scientist Raphael Mishalem managed to isolate THC, the primary chemical that makes users feel high. This discovery allowed researchers to finally map the specific pathways these chemicals follow inside the human brain. By tracking those pathways, researchers found the endocannabinoid system. Every mammal has this network of receptors throughout the brain and body. It works like a biological thermostat. Its primary job is homeostasis, keeping functions like sleep, memory, and stress in balance. Cannabis also contains CBD. Unlike THC, this compound doesn't produce a high. Instead, it interacts with our receptors to reduce abnormal electrical activity in the brain. Desperate parents discovered by concentrated CBD extracts could stop seizures in children with treatment-resistant epilepsy. Their success led to the first FDA-approved drug derived directly from the plant. CBD demonstrates that when these compounds are isolated and studied, they provide legitimate, life-changing medical outcomes for specific conditions. The medical potential of CBD exists alongside the distinct risks of hyperpotent THC. Today's commercial strains are often engineered for a potency that overwhelms the body's natural systems. While our internal chemicals act with precision, high-dose THC acts like a hammer. It floods and triggers cannabinoid receptors across the entire brain at once. This is a particular concern for teenagers. During adolescence, the brain is actively pruning away weaker synapses to build more efficient neural pathways. MRI data shows that regular teen cannabis users often have a thicker cerebral cortex. THC appears to disrupt the brain's ability to prune itself, which correlates with measurable struggles in learning and memory. The risk begins even earlier. THC crosses the placenta, and studies link prenatal exposure to increased instances of depression and anxiety-like behaviors in children. Because THC interferes with the endocannabinoid system during these critical developmental windows, it carries clear, documented public health risks. Research into these risks remains difficult because the federal government classifies cannabis as a Schedule I drug. This puts it in the same legal category as heroin, blocking the large-scale trials needed to understand it. That classification was solidified in the 1970s. President Richard Nixon ignored his own expert panel's findings to launch the war on drugs, using the plant as a political tool for social control. This history has created a bizarre modern divide. In many states, former professional athletes and entrepreneurs are legally building multi-billion-dollar wellness empires focused on treating chronic pain. At the same time, someone is arrested for cannabis every 58 seconds. Black Americans, including veterans using the plant to treat PTSD, are still disproportionately imprisoned for possessing the exact same substance. This legal framework has created a profound societal dissonance. Cannabis is a celebrated, lucrative wellness miracle for some, while remaining a life-destroying felony for others. Cannabis contains over 400 different chemicals. Its complexity defies a simple label as a miracle or a poison. Maintaining federal criminalization fuels mass incarceration, while simultaneously allowing unregulated, hyperpotent products to flood the market without oversight. Navigating this transition requires ending the war on drugs and funding the rigorous science needed to separate the hazards from the medical breakthroughs. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing to Deep Dive Daily, hitting that like button, and dropping a comment below.